Hi, this video is going to show you how to make an advanced yet simple movement system for 2D platformers. This video is going to go over setting up the scene, basic movement, left and right, jumping and multi-jumping, and flipping the character to face the way you're moving. The first thing you want to do is make cubes right in place into your scene. One is for the ground which the player will walk on, and the other is for the player. Name the ground square ground and click onto the player and add a rigid body 2D and a box glider 2D. Now you want to create a script and call it player movement and open it up onto your text editor software. The first thing I'm going to do is put down all the variables which we need. The first one's going to be speed, is how fast the player moves. The next one could be jump force, is how high the player jumps. The next one's move input, which will be affected by the player's input. Rigid body 2D, which is going to be called RB. This is for the rigid body what our players could be using. Facing right, this could be a dual, so we know which way our player is facing. Is grounded, is going to keep check if you're on the ground. Ground check is going to be the object which we're going to use as the point for where we check the ground from, the X and Y coordinates. The next will be check radius, this is how far it will check, and what is ground, so we define the layer of what ground is. Now we need two more variables, which will be extra jump, it's how many jumps the player has left, and the extra jump value is the maximum player jumps. After we got all them down, we want to make a void start and put RB equals get component rigid body 2D. As we get the rigid body 2D of the object this code is attached to, and then we want to set extra jumps to the value extra jump value. Next we want to make a fixed update void. The first thing we want to do is check if the player is touching the ground. So if ground is equal to physics 2D overlap circle, we will get the ground check position and the check radius, and if it's touching the ground, this variable or this bool will turn to true. Now we want to get the player's input for moving left and right. Move input is equal to get access horizontal, which means if A is pressed, it will move. The player moving will be -1, and if it's player presses D on the keyboard, it will turn to 1. Using now, we can add velocity to our player via the rigid body 2D. And using a vector 2, move input value times the speed we want, and we'll keep the Y position the same. Now we want to create a void update, and if it's grounded equals true, reset the extra jump value. We also want to create the flip function, void flip. We want to first invert the facing right every time we run this code, so we know which way our character is facing. Next we want to create a local scale, so you can invert the x-axis so it flips the character. We set our local scale to the scalar and it will flip our character. Now we want to go back to the update void and make our player jump and multi-jump. We do this by checking for a key press and if there are any extra jumps, and if not, we check if the jump button is pressed and is on the ground. We add velocity up so that our player will move upwards like it's jumping, and if there's extra jumps, subtract the jump from the extra jumps so we don't have unlimited jumps. After all that, we should have a smooth player controller which allows our player to walk left and right and jump up pretty much. Hope you learned a thing or two from this video, and if you did, please subscribe and hit that bell icon to be informed for new videos by me. Bye.